Hi Fabricio, it's my pleasure to meet you once again. We met already, how many? One time or more times, I'm not sure, but every time.
I've been around.
Yeah, you've been around, and actually meeting you every time is a pleasure. And today you're here, you've been delivering the speech about AI and, well, all things around it. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. Thank you very much, Iurii. It's a pleasure to be with you and to share passion with the Passion VA.
Thank you, yeah. And I've attended your speech and I loved it. As usual, you've been entertaining people a lot while sharing on the topic. It's great what you do. And actually this topic, AI, and I'd say that everybody's talking about it right now, right? So this conference, Business Now Conference Europe 24, 11 speeches out of 80 or something, they are about AI, right? So, and it's more than 10% of all tracks.
It's about 15%, yeah.
It's about 15%.
In every conference that we go, you see the same pattern.
Right. So, I know that your topic also was about AI, but still, I want your genuine answer. Do you think it's justified or is it overhyped? Or is it still important to keep talking about AI?
I think it is. I think it's hard to find so much subject to talk about AI because we're at the beginning of a new trend in technology. But I believe AI is a change in the way humans interact with computer. So before AI, we are using screens and touching screens. Before touching screens, we have mouse and menu. Before that, we had to learn all the commands. But now we're just talking with computers. And that changes the way people interface with computers. That changes very much. So it becomes easy for anyone, for a kid, for an adult, a grown-up, a very elder people to interact with technology. So I believe we're changing the way we use, and AI also brings the opportunity to learn from a lot of knowledge base and integrate a lot of stuff in a different way than we did it before. So a lot of new stuffs are coming. We don't know yet very well what is coming, but I think that's the importance of bringing those kind of conversations for this conference, because these people, like business analysts who are joining conference like this, those are the guys responsible for designing the future of technology with AI.
Precisely, yes.
Yeah. So we must be talking about this. We must getting people awareness and mindfulness about what AI can bring and what problems we can have with AI, discuss ethics, discuss all those connections, and try to build something from it.
Basically, you were among first who started creating content about AI, and you still creating it. Where do you get ideas for topics? What's your brainstorming process for that?
I try to bring it very close to my day-to-day activities. So how can I use it for my day-to-day activities? I try to play with AI. So like making experimentations, try to make it enjoyable and useful.
That's true, yeah.
And I believe that's the best way to learn, right? So when things become joyful, when we play with it, we can learn about it. And I don't think people should be at this point very concerned about doing things right with AI. That's not the point that we are. We should be doing things with AI and trying to learn, and of course correcting what AI have created. Don't trust AI, right? Because it creates a lot of crap. So you must review everything it's being created. But play with it. It's like a new video game that we have in hand. There are some cares that you must take, especially with privacy. Don't share private information with public AI. So pay attention to your organization standards about usage of information, how to use AI. They probably have a policy. If they don't, they should be building some policy. But that's the time that we're right now. I believe very soon we are going to have more specialized tools on AI for doing business analysis, for for searching our knowledge bases and bringing more accurate information, for creating processes and managing business rules, stuff like that. We don't have it yet, but it's up to us to build those specialized applications. We are in the very beginning of a new era. We should play with it.
That's true, and I'm with you on that we should play with it and try it out and not expect too many results. I also made a couple of videos about different use cases from my daily practice, and it shows that not everything is usable now, but we should keep trying.
And by trying, you can figure out different ways of using. It's not everything prescribed. You can, I don't know, copy some prompts that someone have written and try to use in your daily work. It may work for you, but it's just the starting. So create a conversation with AI, try to adapt, try to learn new things, and it's becoming the way we learn everything, right? The way we learn business analysis or any profession.
That's true.
We start doing, and by doing, we're getting better. You read something, you watch a video on the Passionate BA channel or the Brazilian BA channel. You watch videos here and there about try to understand what others are doing. I believe that's a nice way to learn.
So you've been sharing a lot about use cases and talking about it. So maybe you could share some fresh use cases from your experience, how AI helped you with your work.
I have been in a new business the other day. I work as a consultant. A lot of companies hire me to do strategic business analysis and help them to understand their organization and try to figure out how they can improve. And I was dealing with a process that I didn't know. I knew nothing about it. As a consultant, that's very common. You enter in a new place not because you're a subject matter expert, but because you're an expert in business analysis, right? And I wanted to build their process and to learn where we could find improvements, but I didn't know. So I asked AI to create a value chain for that organization in that specific area, and it created a lot of nice content I could use, like what's the best KPIs for those process, and I had a list of KPIs, how should we measure those KPIs, and I had a lot of stuff, and so I surpassed that part of having a white page in the first meeting. So instead of creating from scratch, I presented them a suggested processes that I had created before and some suggested KPIs, and we could change and correct, and it was very easier. It's easier for people to criticize than to create from scratch.
Yes.
So they could criticize, and we did a lot of changes on that. So AI didn't give me the final work. It gave me the initial work, but so far away from where I would start with a blank page. So it increased my productivity very much. My clients were happy because we could do a lot of stuff in a single workshop. And that was a nice story. And there's a bad story as well. So a bad story is nice. And this was not a specific BA job, it was more a speaker job. I speak in several conferences.
Oh, you're everywhere, basically. You're all over the globe with speeches, and that's beautiful.
Thank you. But I was going to a conference, and I will be the closing keynote of that conference, and I wanted to talk about AI, use AI to present a summary of that conference. And I asked AI, I'm going to be at that conference. Please make for me a summary of everything that have been spoken about this conference, listing the name of the presenters, and so it was a business analysis conference. And AI did a very beautiful presentation talking about how Barack Obama said something interesting, and a lot of artists like Tom Cruise presented on something, and it was just crap, right? It was this fake story that AI invented. And I said, AI, you're completely crazy. Those guys are not going to this conference. So this conference is right here. So I found the link. I asked AI to search for that specific link. I said, please, it's a business analysis conference, call it. I told the name of the conference. And I asked AI to recreate it. And it recreated, and it was very better. And it told that Adrian Reed had told about something, and Christina Lovelock was telling about something, and it was very trustful, but Adrian Reed was not coming to that conference, and even Christina Lovelock. So it created a content that could be real, but it wasn't real yet. So
so model 4.0 is not the best yet. Noted.
So be careful about trusting AI.
Exactly.
And I believe soon we're going to have specialized AIs in searching information, documentation,
Right,
bringing
right.
your accuracy, right? And we have language models, which are really
Yes.
cool to create content.
Yeah.
You can put your message, your documentation, or whatever you're trying to explain. Like I'm trying to explain you something and I speak bad English, so I can put my explanation on AI and say, improve it for me, make it more clear, make it more concise, make it correctly, grammatically, and everything. And AI large language models are very good for this. They're not exactly the best tool for searching
Yeah.
and finding. They're not, ChatGPT is not turbo Google. That's not this best usage.
Yeah.
This best usage is in creating new stuff, not in searching. And we have Google for searching, right?
Yes, and also you shared a lot of tips and tricks through your career and about AI and business now and all kinds of things. Maybe you have something in your sleeve specifically for now that you never shared before or shared rarely, but you can share with the people.
All right, something very unique for you guys. Well, something I like very much about using AI, and if you have the paid version of GPT, of ChatGPT, you can create your own GPT.
Right,
So
yes.
that's a nice thing to do. So you adapt an artificial intelligence for your specific needs. But a lot of people don't want to pay for it. So there's another one called it POE, P-O-E.
POE.
POE,
Okay.
yeah, it's another artificial intelligence, where you can create your own artificial intelligence for your own purpose. And there's lots of artificial intelligence that people created, like I want to do a picture in a Pixar style, and there's something for you there. Or I want to create an article in looking like New York Times style. So there's something already created, and you can create your own, and it teaches you how to create your own AI. That's a nice one. Another tip that is nice, I don't know if I have played with this, but that's another AI called Suno.
No, never heard of
S-U-N-O.
that.
It creates music.
Wow.
And it's so cool because you can say, oh, create a music with this theme and this kind of rhythm, and it creates it for you very magically and very fast. You can provide the lyrics, or you can let it create the lyrics for you, and it sings. It's fantastic. Like you can say, oh, create this song in a samba style, but with some touch of Ukrainian sounds, and it will create it for you. It's really cool.
I love to hear Ukrainian samba, rumba, definitely. And by the way, about that, so you are not only known as a Brazilian MBA, as a YouTuber, as a consultant, as a person from IABA Brazil, but you are also known as the entertainer now, right? So we've heard that a couple of times already today, because every time people during your speech, they are for a treat, a real treat, because we are dancing, we are singing, we are playing instruments. Sometimes I've seen videos, I never participated, I've seen videos about that. So where do you get those ideas from? It's amazing how creative your speeches are, how creative is your process.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I try to have fun. So when I'm playing and I'm presenting, I'm really having fun, and I hope people can have fun with me. And I always think when I'm trying to create a new presentation, sometimes I don't start by the content, I start by the experience. What kind of experience I want people to have in this presentation? And then how can I fit these into the content? I always try to bring some content, not just the experience.
Right, you do.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you. So that's what I try.
That's not only joy, it's also something informational as well, of course.
Yeah.
Some insight, yeah.
And I put some effort on doing that. That's my profession today, so that's what I have been doing. And I'm proud to be representing IIBA as a senior advisor for the president of IIBA, and have been in several conferences around the world. It's a joy, actually. I have fun. Hope people have fun there.
They do, and through the conference, I heard a lot about you, people referring to you, to your session. They're waiting for your session. After the session, they are talking about it, because you bring not only information, insights, but always a joy. Thank you for being today with us, with me, with IREM UK at this conference. I hope that I will see you here next year. I'm going, definitely, and I want to be there for a treat if you come here. And of course, find Fabricio on other conferences, because Fabricio is all over the world, and not only physically, but also present on YouTube, the Brazilian BA channel, right?
The Brazilian BA on YouTube, or at the website, thebrazilianba.com. And please connect me on LinkedIn. Let's let's interchange, let's exchange messages. It's a pleasure to connect. It's going to be nice to have you there. And if you go to thebrazilianba.com, there's a link for my online course on CBAP. CBAP no. There's a link for the business analysis BA guide online course.
Right, yes, yes, I've seen that.
And there's a discount on the website, thebrazilianba.com.
That's for the grab. Okay, thank you for being with us, and thank you for sharing all you have and making it fun. Thank you.
It is a pleasure. Thank you, Iurii.